We got another car, looks like. But Limp goes fastest through sector 1 and 2 here on this lap. So he just has to finish it out here as long as this car doesn't get in the way, and he does not. It's right out of the way. So really doesn't get hindered at all. And should be able to get a pretty good lap here coming through the final corner. And it comes across the line. Improves it to a 128.495 there. Right here, coming through the final few corners. Will he be able to do it? And he comes across the line. Improves, gets to P2, 128.918 there. So still not able to catch him. Hello everybody and welcome to the race weekend. Today we have round 11 of the Champions Series. I'm your host, Stinky Juan. Alright, here we go. Hill's getting back in. We should be going into a formation here. But it looks like it's not a formation lap. It looks like it's just a race here and we're off here. We have Limp getting a really good start with Miller holding P2. That was actually the race start, not the formation lap. We have Limp, Miller, Nikolai. Super gets in front of Nikolai there. So takes P3 back. Alright, it looks like he's not going to be able to get past him. Nikolai looks like he's not going to be able to get it. Dust holds that position. We have the position changes here with one for Super. Everybody else kind of holding their position with the two Lore and Lungy both taking medium tires. We have Paul here in P8 with the hards, Druid on the mediums, Hill with the hards, and Renzo with the hards. Renzo getting up to P10 now here, and Wildcat looking like he might have had an issue there. Maybe got into an accident there. We have their Miller. He's gonna have to defend this, and it doesn't look like Super's gonna have the space there, and actually gets compromised out of that exit, and Nikolai might even be able to go for an attack now. And we have a battle from 1 through 4. With this battle, it's actually bringing back Lore, and Lore's back into the fight. We have Miller on the outside of Limp. Oh, and we have cascaded heavily and all the way up to Lungy now is all together. So they definitely are all slowing each other down with this racing here. We have Renzo getting up to P8, so doing a lot of work here. And we actually have Miller here. It looks like he might even be going on to the attack. He goes onto the outside here. Oh, Super! And Super actually ends up hitting him. And we have here Lore on the inside of Nikolai. Almost loses it there. And you actually have Dust going past Lungy now, looking to attack, and Lore still holding his position. DRS now enabled, and look at this, Renzo into P5, trying to hold his position. Renzo actually goes on the inside. Oh, and he leaves the space there. Lore's still having to defend. Oh, he's gotta lift them just the right amount of space there. And they're still going side by side here. I think they're even losing time now because of this. And you can see Dust is actually gaining more and more positions as they still arrive side by side, and Renzo actually takes the position there, gets it to P4. Lord does his best to try to hold him off, and you actually have Dust. And it looks like Nikolai is still trying to hold on. Dust actually losing a position, and he actually have an accident in the back with, it looked like Lungy and Lore there. You actually could see it, and Super goes fastest with 133.238 there, and Lungy is out, it looks like. The Lore is out of this race. And Wildcat takes a drive-through, speeding under the safety car. So we do get one driver with that drive-through penalty. Limp taking a really good lead there, but Renzo When did he get past Nikolai? I didn't even see that one happen. But Renzo in P3 now and is looking for P2. Is he going to be able to make it up? He does have the DRS, and Nikolai and Dust does not have the DRS, so we'll see if he's going to be able to do it here. He's going to be able to pass them. They both have the same tire compound, and he goes on to the inside and gets past him. And it looks like Renzo into P2, but look, it looks like Dust is here. He's fighting it through. He's not going to be able to get it though, and Dust actually gets compromised, and he's going to have to protect from Nikolai in the Haas, who's looking to attack now. He's not going to be able to attack yet. 3-second lead here, so getting really comfortable. Druid right on the back of Hill. And Renzo takes a 3-second penalty there. That's going to hurt him. He definitely needs to separate now if he wants to try to keep that P2. P3 is going to be defending against Nikolai. So Dust has to defend against Nikolai, and now Miller is inside of it. So Nikolai does have to keep an eye on that, and he actually goes on the inside here. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Hopefully Dust takes no damage from that, but it does look like he actually has to give up both positions, so maybe he did take wing damage there. That would be really unfortunate if he did. We have Lore taking a 3-second penalty. Nikolai is going to be looking to try to defend this off from Miller, but Miller is going to come in on the inside, and he's not going to be able to defend it. Miller takes back P3 here, so does make up all the way back up to the gaps. And it looks like Dust even comes through on Nikolai. Nikolai gets caught snoozing a little bit to try to make up that time here. Oh! I should not have left them. And it looks like Druid there loses the front wing there and a little wing plate. And he's right there on the back of Renzo. So is Renzo going to be able to hold them here? Oh, not sure what that was. Well, we have a full safety car. That triggered a safety car? Nobody DNF'd, right? Nobody's out. We have Druid actually going in. Oh, no. Wow, so something triggers the safety car. It might have been the wing maybe on the track or something, but the mediums are going to be a bit of a stretch, but we do have our P1 coming into the pits. We'll be looking for mediums, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll put on mediums. We'll try to get to the end, I guess. Dust stays out, it looks like. And we have him coming in here for the medium tires. Does 22. Renzo does 33, so he's going to lose the position still, right? No, he still holds it, so he holds P4 there. Nikolai gets P5. Paul is gonna come in and stays in P6 because Hill comes in and pits. And yes, we expect Super to pit obviously because he's on the mediums. He can go to the hards, go medium hard strat, and he'll definitely make it to the end. Lore's coming in, probably has to get. I think he damaged his wing, so he's gonna be able to repair it at least. Oh, and Lore goes onto the softs here. That's an interesting choice. So I expect him to come in again. Expect a second pit from that driver. And then Wildcat takes a penalty, ignoring yellow flag. Not sure exactly what that one's for. Interesting, but we have here Dust. I think he might be the only driver who's not pit yet. Renzo's still holding a penalty. Yes, and Dust is the only driver yet to pit on 10 lap old hards. So I don't know what he plans on doing here because he is gonna be. This safety car is coming in now. Hopefully he doesn't go too early here. All right, so he is definitely parking the bus right now. But everybody knows that, so that's good. And all right, so safety car is in. He can go at any moment now because the safety car is in. And he probably will do it on this turn because it's... And it looks like Limp actually gets... with that little bit of a thing, Limp might actually be able to get past here. And you can see he's even pushing hard. Did not look like Dust was able to get those tires warmed. And with that, you actually have Limp getting back into P1. And you can see Renzo might be looking to try to get an attack as well now here on Dust. And he's getting attacked here. Renzo from the outside gets past him, gets to the P2, and Dust is going backwards right now. This is what we were talking about though, about these hearts. They weren't going to be very fast, and let's see there, loses 2. And now he's going to be, Miller's going to be looking to try to get past him, but Miller's going to have to probably wait until, nope, he goes right now. Dips on the inside, not be able to do it. Oh, and I hope Nikolai didn't take damage from that. That's very unfortunate here with that, because Miller has to slow down a bit more than he normally would have. I do not like that camera view. And you can actually see there Nikolai's trying to get back into it with Paul right behind him. You have Druid and Super now also fighting in the back there. Let's see, where is that fight? That's at 8. Yeah, so we have here, they're fighting it out. Is he gonna go for it? He's going for it. He's on the inside. Nikolai goes in the inside, takes the position. They're still going side by side here, coming through the next corner, and he gets past there. Nikolai goes fast, and then Limp goes faster with 131.902. And we have here Super is trying to get past Druid, but Druid on those softs is able to still hold him back. Paul's now right on the back of Dust. And Dust still going backwards here. And you actually, oh my gosh, you actually have here Lore on the inside of Super. Super just gets shoved a little bit out on the outside. And luckily, Super still holds the position there. Does lose the spot. Not sure who's at fault there, but still. And then let's drop back to Paul. Is Paul going to be able to get it, though? He has the DRS. Goes on to the outside. He's going to be able to hold that position. It looks like he will just slightly. Oh, and he's going to be able to hold this one more corner, and I think he holds it there, and he takes the position there. They come through the final corner, has the DRS. He goes to the defensive, and he's still holding it, but Miller gets one step closer every time. And I think through here, oh, and Miller spins it there. And he's very close here to Dust. Come through the final corner. DRS open. They're going to go 3 wide, maybe? No, it looks like he's not going to be able to. And he's actually going 2 wide here. Looks like Laura has to go on to the runoff there. And we actually have, oh! And it looks like something happens to Dust. And Dust is out. Safety car is triggered. Gonna have to do it again. Will be coming in because he does have the gap. Even if somebody doesn't pit, he will be able to pit. And he on the medium tires here again. I believe he should have one more pair, as long as he didn't use it. Oh yeah, he couldn't have used it for quality. A new set of mediums here coming on. And we have Renzo now coming in. They will be able to double stack this successfully, and even they're barely going to lose any time. It's going to be about a second, yeah, second loss there. And he still gets in front of Nikolai. Nikolai comes in onto the mediums, and he's being held for something. We have Miller here, goes onto the mediums. Paul on the mediums. We have Lore taking the mediums. Super comes in and goes onto the hearts. Wasn't he already on the hard? No, he was on mediums. Why do you go back onto hards? Druid goes onto the hards. Hill goes onto the mediums. And Wildcat is on mediums still. I don't think he's... Does not say, but it could still trigger. It does trigger if it's early enough in a... Yep, sweet. So it is coming in this lap. Coming in. Everybody slow down. Do not hit each other. What? Interesting. Hopefully... He still hasn't gone. And he's off. There he goes. Gets a really good jump on his teammate here. Oop. Looks like he's able to hold it. And Lore getting a really good jump on Paul. Gets past him. And is anybody else going to be able to? It looks like Super is actually right on the back of him too now. So this is a vulnerable spot here. It looks like... Oh, and it looks like Miller here getting the pass on Nikolai already. And with that, Renzo is going to be looking to try to defend this off. We have Super here on the inside. He's going to hold it. Now he's on the outside, but he does hold that position, gets into P6. And now... Ooh, and we saw there Renzo trying to get a good exit out of there, but it doesn't look like he compromises him too much there. And you can see Limp already taking a 3-second gap, and Miller going on to the outside and is just going to get right past him, and Renzo not able to defend it at all. And Miller goes back into P2 here. It's under a second now, and with that we are going to post driver of the day poll with Renzo taking his second penalty here. We're going to be coming on to the final lap here, and we'll see if Miller is able to get this race win, or is Limp going to be able to hold him off here with this final push. So here he comes. He's not as close as I would expect him to right here. Let's see if he gets a good exit. A good exit here is all that matters. It didn't look like he got a good exit, but... So maybe he's going to go for that last DRS zone. This is going to bring him in closer. And he does not attack yet, so he is going to wait for a different spot. But... Here we go. We're running out of turns here. Going to be here crossing. We'll be crossing Anderson's Bridge into the final DRS zone before the checkered flag. I guess you can, I think, activate it before the checkered flag, but. Oh, Hill takes a late penalty, but I don't think that matters. The gaps between them are great enough. It doesn't matter. But we have here Miller. He's got to attack somewhere here. Going through the final corners. He's going to get it on the last corner here. This is not a good corner to try to beat somebody on, and he doesn't make it, just barely loses out here, and Limp crosses the line in P1, Miller into P2. We have Renzo here coming in, but will lose his position to Nikolai as long as this time is below 6 seconds here. So Renzo passes the checkered flag. Nikolai goes past checkered flag, gets into P3, Renzo into P4, with Lord coming across, and Super is going to take P5 while Lord takes P6. We have Paul here, coming through the final few corners here. Was all the way up into P4 at one point. Loses a few of them, but still holds on to P7. Comes across the line. And I think Hill also passed the line, so he gets P9. And then we have Druid here. Going to be coming across the line. And he gets P8 with Wildcat taking the final position with no wing on. Just has to go through the final few corners here. And he will take the final position with Limp taking P1, Miller taking P2, Nikolai taking P3, Renzo getting P4, Super getting P5. I'm assuming the game's going to give Renzo the driver of the day or Miller. And it is Renzo. GG. That was a good race from you two. Good recovery from Miller there. And good effort trying to get him at the end. Is just like a lap too short. And with that, we have a Limp here winning the Singapore Grand Prix. Yeah, safety cars did help Miller there with the first incident really didn't cost him anything. Second one, the second safety car really saved him for that one. And because of that, he's able to hold on to P2, minimize his losses to Limp. We have Limp taking driver of the day for Singapore. Good job there. I think Miller did a really good effort in getting back into the race, but you can't fault everybody for choosing Limp for that one. It was a really good job from him. Yep, thank you everybody for joining us. I was your host Stinky Juan. This was Just Zero Productions Champions Series Season 3. This is round 11 at the Singapore Grand Prix, and I'll see you all next time.